W3 Total Cache is a plugin that caches all of the dynamic content and improves your server-side performance. It can reduce load times significantly. Before we install and configure the plugin, let's measure the page load time and the time to first byte. We'll use GTmetrix to measure the page load time. The results of the test are here. The page load time is 2.1 seconds and the total page size is 1.12 MB and the page is making 30 requests. Let's enter all of these details into a notepad file. I have entered all of these details into a notepad file. Let's now measure the time to first byte. These are the results according to webpagetest.org. The time to first byte is a little over a second. Let's now check the page with Google's PageSpeed Insights. Here are the results. The mobile speed is 66 out of 100 and desktop speed is 78 out of 100. You would want to remember that this site is on shared hosting, so the degree to which page load time can be improved is limited. Let's install and activate W3 Total Cache. Let's now configure the settings. The plugin creates a menu, Performance, in the dashboard menu. Click on it and choose General Settings from the plugins menu. Right at the top, you have this option that toggles all of the caching types this free version has all at once. You can either do this or go into each of the individual items and either turn them on or not. Page cache. Turning this on will store a static copy of the pages of your site on the server. WordPress is a database-driven CMS and a lot of the content is generated dynamically in real time. Caching each page will help make the site load faster. And let the page cache method be disk enhanced. Save all settings. Minify. You want to enable this. Enabling this optimizes the CSS and JavaScript files by removing white space and unnecessary characters. This reduces the file size, which means less data will have to flow to the user's browser, thus speeding up your page load times. You do not have to care about all of these other options here. Just click on Enable and save all the settings. Database cache. You want to enable this and let this database cache method be disk. Object cache. Choose Enable and let this be disk. You want browser cache to be enabled. Every time a user accesses a page on your site, their browser downloads all the images, CSS files, and JavaScript files into a temporary folder. So, when the user accesses the same page later, their browser will already have the files in a local folder and that page loads much faster. CDN. You would want to enable this. CDN stands for Content Delivery Network. By storing all the static files like images, videos, PDFs, CSS and JavaScript files and theme files on a CDN, the site load times will be reduced. Reverse proxy, you would want to ignore this. Monitoring, you would want to ignore this. Licensing. If you decide to upgrade to the paid version, this is where you will enter your license key. Miscellaneous options. These are not about caching data, but about other helpful options. If you want to enable the Google PageSpeed Dashboard widget, you can do that here by enabling this and entering your API key. Let's disable these options for now. We'll save all settings. This plugin adds a lot of messages to your screen area. Let's hide all of these messages. Now that we have configured this plugin, let's measure the page load time and the time to first byte. The results of the test are here, and as you can see, the page load time, which used to be 2.1 seconds, is now 1.6 seconds. The total page size, which used to be 1.12 MB, is now 1.10 MB, and the total number of requests, which was 30, is now 22. The page speed score has actually gone down, but then you don't really have to worry about these scores here. These details here, this is what really matters. Let's note these. Let's now measure the time to first byte and see if that has changed as well. We will rerun this test. Time to first byte is now 0.219 seconds. This is a huge improvement over 1.005 seconds. Let's note this. Let's now see what Google's PageSpeed Insights has to say about our page. Here are the results. Mobile speed has not increased significantly, but desktop speed has increased a bit. Let's note these. Mobile speed used to be 66 of 100. It's now 69 of 100, and desktop speed is 85 out of 100. In the next video, we will see how to optimize images.